Well, what does the Colombo crime family have to do with this whole situation?
I don't know. I'll tell
Because
you what.
it said, I mean, when I looked it up, it was part of a RICO indictment having to do with the Colombos.
Yeah, that's the irony of a RICO indictment. They can indict you for nothing. I believe that firmly believe why I got involved in that there RICO indictment and brought out. In 1997, an FBI agent in Los Angeles looked at me and said, I will see the day you're chained, shackled, put on Con Air, and brought to Brooklyn. 1997. 11 years later, he made that a reality. Now, that same agent got demoted, and from my understanding, it was my doing, that he got demoted off the Organized Crime Task Force. You know, he probably owes me a favor because he came pretty big in the fugitive squad of the FBI. Actually, he's the head of it now, from my understanding. I see him on TV once in a while.
Okay.
And he's that was I taped the FBI. I had 12 tapes because they came to me to try to be an informant. They were offering me money.
How much they offer you?
I got 5,000 here, 5,000 there. And there was a guy they brought in. I was also the guy that uncovered this FBI agent, and the guy they brought in, there was a flip-flop guy, the guy from New Jersey, that they flipped, and they tried to get him to infiltrate the people out here in Los Angeles, and particularly Joe Denti. Now, Joe and I knew each other. I met him through Jimmy Cacci. And we liked each other. I ate at Frankie's all the time, and Joe was there every night. Joe was a diabetic. I'm a diabetic. And we met on a few occasions. One day I get a call from Joe and asked me to come up to his house. He said, Ori, he said, I was in Frankie's last night. These guys want to give me this jewelry, want to give me watches. He says, a guy named Todd, he said they're from Baltimore. I said, Joey, there's nobody in Baltimore anymore. Not that we know of. And he said, well, gee, if you find anything out, let me know. The following week, my girlfriend had got out of a recovery home. And so I was going to order dinner in. I got her sober. And I called Frankie's, ordered a meal. And then another guy that I knew needed $100. I says, meet me. He was in the porn business. I said, meet me at Frankie's. I'll give you the $100. And I went to Frankie's. I got there. I went, picked up my meals, had a glass of wine. I think the guy's name was Norm. And I give him the $100. Now, Frankie's got a very small bar. It's not big. There was nobody at the bar. I had my glass of wine. I left. The next day, he calls me up. This guy that I gave the $100. He said, there were two friends of yours at the bar. And we were talking, and he was looking for 25 grand. He said, they said if Ori guarantees the money, they'll give it. He said, they're good friends of yours. I said, what's their names? Gives me their name. I don't know these freaking guys. Tommy Piazza, and the other guy the agent used the name Marino. And in my head, Marino, I believe, was the case agent on Joe Iannuzzi, who I also met down in Florida. So now, my girlfriend was back out drinking, doing drugs. I had a date, went to Frankie's, had dinner. I'm sitting there when my friend comes to me. He said, Tommy and Marino. Tommy wants to say hello. I said, send him over. So I'm sitting in the restaurant. And he comes over. He's got gold chain. He's got all the gold shit on. I'm looking at the guy, and I'm thinking, who is this guy? I don't know him. But he's talking like he's my best friend, and like I've known him for. He said, you don't remember me. I said, no. He said, we met in Palm Springs. So now I think, wait a minute, did they change Joe Dog's face? Could this be Joe Dog's? I don't know. But he gave me the name Tommy Piazza, and then he tells me he did time with Sonny. Sonny remembers every name. Me and the girl leave. I stopped at the payphone. I called Sonny, give him the name. He said, I don't know the guy. He says, be careful. And I ended up, now he wanted to have a meeting. We headed to Frankie's in the afternoon where they want to start this company. They'll put the 25 grand in as long as I guarantee it. So we're sitting at the table. Tommy's sitting here, my guy's sitting here, and Marino is sitting over there. Got toothpick in his mouth, penny loafers, and his phone sitting on the thing. And I sat there. I said, well, gentlemen, I said, if you're willing to loan the money, I guarantee the money. I said, oh, we want to start a company, you got to be part of it. I said, the only way I'll be part of it, you got to form a corporation, all right? We take money out legally, we pay taxes, and I don't want no child porn. We don't do none of that shit, I said. Made that very clear. Oh, yeah. And sat down, the food was coming. And this Tommy was always showing a wad of money. And I just slumped down in my chair. He looks at me, he says, hey, buddy, what's wrong? I said, now here's this guy proclaiming to be my friend. I said, hey, buddy, come on, I got to talk to you. I took him outside in the back of the parking lot. I said, I'm a little upside down. I said, I need 5 grand for a few days. Oh, sure. He said, well, he had 5 grand on him. He said, could I give you 4,500? I need 500 for the weekend. I said, yeah. We took the 4,500, that 4,500, and he brought the other 500 to me the following Monday. He did. And I just kept getting money from him. But I knew he was a flip-flop. And how I found out was I had a friend that happened to be a U.S. Marshal, who I eventually introduced to Sonny when he went back to New York. And the U.S. Marshal knew everything was going on. And he said, does the guy have a toothpick in his mouth, curly hair, and penny loafers? I said, yeah. And he gave me his name, FBI agent. And obviously, I blew that operation out of the door. And then it's the same agent that said that then there were cable boxes that were missing from L.A. City Jail. And supposedly I was the guy responsible for that. And he was going to get me on interstate transportation, but I never brought nothing out of the state.